back in the building. We back in the building. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, man, because we got to talk about old topic. But the person came back and did a whole new interview now. Yeah, we talking about an old topic that happened a while back. I remember the big Meech, third party and all this, allegations and alleged and Cuffy from jail, you know what I mean? All this. Remember all that whole big Meech snitching allegation? Oh, yeah, we got the homeboy Bleu Davinci back on Can Capone. Shout out to Can Capone News. Make sure y'all go subscribe to Can Capone News. We got Bleu Davinci back. And Can Capone actually asked Bleu a question. He asked him, you remember when I interviewed you, Bleu, everybody was attacking you about the big Meech situation and him snitching and all this. You remember everybody was barking at Bleu Davinci. Everybody was saying, yo, Bleu, you wildin', you need money, this and that. I mean, they was going crazy on Bleu. But then when 50 came out with it, you know, everybody ran with it. See, when I first heard it from Bleu, I'm like, yo, Bleu not just gonna put this shit out there for no reason. So I was already tuned in when Bleu first put the third-party big Meech snitching allegation out there. But see, like Can Capone said, you know, Bleu got a lot of backlash over that shit. But when 50 came out with it, everybody jumped on the bandwagon. Everybody jumped on shit like, yeah, you know, word up, Bleu was right. So Can Capone got Bleu Davinci back on the chair again. And he asked him a few other questions also. And yeah, we got to talk about this. We're gonna talk about all this. We're gonna hear what Bleu got to say, and we're gonna talk about all this. Know what I mean? So make sure y'all sit back, relax, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, cause y'all already know the vibes, man. And yeah, let's get this show started, man. Yo. If they know, they know. It's your boy Smoke News TV. We back in the building. Smash that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, share the video. Shout out to my team, Smoke Gang. Try to get your membership. Shout out to all my people that been supporting the channel, man. Couldn't do it without y'all. Let's continue to build this platform up. Continue to support the channel. If y'all do me that favor, let's continue. And yeah, let's get this copyright out the way. Copyright fair use disclaimer. You can find that in my description on my channel. Everything that I speak on over here is for educational and entertainment purpose. Again, copyright fair use disclaimer. You can find that in my description on my channel. Everything that I speak on over here is for educational and entertainment purpose. The clips and videos I play are also owned by the original creators. So we're going to get straight to it, bro. We're just going to get straight to it, champs. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get straight to it. Because Bleu Davinci came back out the Woolworth. Because you remember, a lot of people thought Bleu was hiding. People was like, yo, where Bleu at? Why Bleu ain't doing no more interviews? Where Bleu at? Where he at? This and that. Everybody was like, yo, where Bleu at? Why Bleu ain't doing no more interviews since Big Meech been home? Oh, he popped up this time. I guess the price was right. I guess Cam gave him a nice bag, and he back on the chair this time. And he spoke about Tammy. Because a lot of people got it confused on how did Tammy connected with Big Meech. People thought, yo, they must have been messing around outside before he linked on. Blue's gonna tell y'all like, yo, man, Tammy and him, Big Meech, there wasn't no kumbaya between them two. See, people forget Tammy was Bleu Davinci chick first, according to Bleu Davinci. Let's get straight to it because we got a lot to talk about, man. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. We back down memory lane with this Big Meech situation, man. Let's continue. Smash that like, man.
We did an interview a couple years ago, our first interview, and we talked about Big Meech being a third-party cooperator. And when this happened, people absolutely hated you. I mean, they were mad. They were talking bad about you in the comments. I mean, it was horrible, man. So how did you feel when everybody was riding with 50 Cent and believed him but not you when you told him years ago?
I didn't feel no kind of way because I already know what's going on, bro. Like, everybody got a perspective, but I got to understand it. So for me, 50 was finding out something, you know what I'm saying, later. I always been ahead of the curve, bro. Ask anybody, they'll tell you. You know what I'm saying? I ain't no feeling as, like, I don't be feeling about a bunch of shit. I don't feel no kind of way about what's going on with another, period. I ain't feel no kind of way. It was a little, maybe I felt laughter or something, because I would laugh every time somebody would hit me and call me. I'd be like, bruh, why they keep calling me, bro? Like, y'all niggas, hey, bro, you see what 50 said? Yeah, bro, that's dope. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it don't,
Let's continue.
you know what I'm saying? Like, it don't matter. It wasn't never about that. Who said what and all that. I don't give a fuck about that, bro. Information to information, bro. It's a popular situation that I'm a part of. You got to remember, bro, them were trying to drag my name and act like I done cooperated with these people and then put these in jail and all. Tell them, oh, you put Meech in jail. Like, what? Hold on, bro. Let's first and foremost, let's figure out something. Let's get something straight. This was going on, bro. And that's just it. That's how I came. It wasn't really a whole bunch to it. Like, it wasn't no beef. Like, I wasn't, you know what I'm saying? Well, like, I hate this. Like, it ain't none of that. Like I say all the time, bro, that was my man, bro. Like, I can't even go and say, oh, that's my man. Like, ain't nothing happened between us or nothing. You know what I'm saying? Just some words or, you know what I'm saying? Allowing some people to talk crazy about me and shit from out this little circle and shit like that. But that ain't nothing. Like, this all mouth, bro. Like, that's in the flesh, in person. Like, all that talking is whatever.
See, my question to y'all is, right, before we continue with another clip when he speaks about Tammy. Shout out to Can Capone once again. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, man. Over there in Can Capone, we're doing dope interviews. But see, my thing is, I remember when Bleu first came out with this issue, you know what I mean, with the paperwork, and he put it in the air. Oh, nah, man, Bleu, you know, Big Meech, he third party, this and that. You know, people was bugging now. People was like, yo, hold up, nigga, you bugging out over there. You got a lot of nerve to say Big Meech is a rat. A lot of people was looking at that shit like it's impossible or something. Let me tell y'all something, man. Sometimes people, man, they change. People got to come home. People do a lot of time. They can't do the rest of the time. They're like, man, I'm coming home. How can I come home on this? Now, we're going to go back memory lane when Cuffy, remember when Cuffy, the dude from St. Louis, shout out to Cuffy, shout out to St. Louis over there, shout out to everybody in St. Louis. Everybody know who Cuffy is. Cuffy's the dude that was Big Meech, homie, this and that. He the one that put that out there, too, saying that Big Meech was a third party. That part, like I said, people change. Some people can't stay 10 toes down and do the rest of the time. Some people want to come home. Now, I'm not here condoning what niggas gonna do, but that's your business. Do what you gotta do to come home. That's your business. But you know the spotlight and you know the aftermath and what people gonna say when you do come home. They find out that the reason why you came home is A, B, C, and D. Nigga, pause. So you gotta suspect all that backlash and all that shit gonna come. Just how Big Meech took it when he came home. Pause. All the internet start barking at him. Oh, you're a rat. Some people they agree with the third party. Some people do. But when you read the paperwork and you start hearing the paperwork and you got a nigga named Cuffy that's calling from federal prison, whatever, wherever he at, and he's calling up to these platforms, letting people know about Big Meech over here, his homie for 30 years. Let me pedal back a little bit and remind y'all, this homie for 30 years. Remember the homie left Detroit, went down to St. Louis, turned it up down there, meeting Big Meech and his brother and all them niggas. Then them niggas, not me, you know, they landed in ATL and all that shit. But y'all gotta remember, he went to St. Louis first. Him and Cuffy was first for 30 years, man. So when you got a nigga calling up and he's saying like, yo, man, listen, I don't got no reason to lie. Some people's like, yo, Cuffy need to worry about himself and his murder charge. But listen, y'all got to understand how Cuffy feel in his chest and his pain. When you getting money from a nigga for 30 years, and according to Cuffy, he was the first nigga to show, according to what he said, he was the first nigga to show Big Meech $1 million on the table cash. He was the first one he basically not show him, but he was down with Big Meech to get Big Meech to that $1 million. Big Meech loved that nigga ever since, and it was a 30-year friendship. Am I lying? I sit back and wait on that, according to what Cuffy said, according to how the BMS story is. Cuffy had a mean plug back then when he landed in St. Louis and ended up, linking up with Cuff. Whatever. That's another story. But what I'm trying to say is you got to understand the nigga paying for a 30-year friendship. So when you got a nigga like Bleu Davinci, Now he comes in the picture in the BMF era because he's from LA. There's no reason for this nigga to lie. Now people gonna say, yo, Blue ratted too. Okay, if he ratted nigga, he's saying that Big Meech rat. But see, he only got that information, Bleu Davinci, through Cuffy. People forget, Blue didn't say wake up in the morning was like, yo, Big Meech out here lying. No, Bleu Davinci never said that in his old interviews. He said that he was on the phone with Cuffy daughter, whatever. I think Cuffy, one of his daughters, whatever. And the daughter was like, yo, you know Big Meech, you know Unc is a rat. Remember Blue said, y'all, you got to fall back on that. You can't be calling Big Meech a rat. Remember Blue said this. That's when this old girl was like, oh, and hold up. I'm going to put dad on the cuff on the phone, whatever. And that's when that paperwork went out. That shit came from Cuffy. So a lot of people didn't believe on Bleu Davinci in the beginning. A lot of people thought he was hating, this, that, and the third. Okay, whatever Blue did to come on early or he didn't snitch, okay, that's another story to talk about. We're talking about the Big Meech in the third party and why people didn't believe Big Bleu Davinci when he first put it out there. Why it took a celebrity and a superstar like 50 Cent for everybody to believe this shit, man. Let's continue, man. Let's hear what he got to say about the relationship him and Tammy had. Remember the Tammy girl? Tammy Cowins, whatever? The one that's supposed to be spilling all the tea out on Big Meech. Let's see what he got to say. Because remember, Blue was rocking with her first. He brought her to the table. He brought her to the camp. Pardon me. And I know some people going to say, well, maybe she was an informant then. Man, she wasn't an informant when Bleu Davinci was rocking with her. We don't know. I'm not going to sit here and debate with y'all. We don't know what type of level Tammy was when she first met with Blue. But if she was an informant, eventually Big Meech started rocking with her and gave all his rights to her. So what that make Big Meech? I sit back, I wait, think about that before y'all even try to throw that in the air. Oh, maybe she was an informant first. Maybe Blue brought her to the team and she was an informant. So a couple years later, you got a nigga like Big Meech that's rocking with her in prison. He give all his rights to an informant? Oh, let's get to it, though. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, man. Like one up, because we're going to be here for a while.
Tammy's and Meech friendship is from jail, not from the streets. From once he went to prison.
So they didn't know each other at all on the street?
No, bro. No, bro. I know it might be hard to believe and everything because everybody talks so much, but no. That Meech ain't delve into the bitches we was with and shit like that. He had his own slew of bitches and shit he was worried about and shit. It wasn't no thing like that. She wasn't doing nothing for us to where she got to be having some business to be with me. She fucking me. What type of you think I am? My bitch just with this and this that's around me and she my bitch? Hold on, you got to learn who I am first, bro. I think a little more, and then you can be better with asking me them kind of questions because that kind of know what's up with me. It wouldn't even ask her like this. She don't know these niggas. None of my bitches do. Not like that. Unless I'm gone and not in the picture or something no more, and they doing whatever they doing at that point. But if I stop with the bitch, man, stop playing with me, man. I'm from LA.
Let's continue.
I'm your age, from LA. I'm really from there, homie. I just didn't live abroad for a long time. I was raised by them kind of people, just the black ones. Trust me. Ain't my bitches, ain't with my girlfriends or whatever you want to call. Sorry, ladies. Or whatever you want to call them, bro. They not delving with around me, bro. So hell no, ain't no finna tell me on no platform, no whack 100 bitch ass, none of these people. Oh yeah, Tammy was doing this and doing this. Shut your bitch ass up. Tammy was in my bed naked. I keep buying me Kawasaki 9,000 whatever motorcycle, bro, in 2003.
Now, according to Blue, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you have it, because some people forget to smash that like. That junk is free. It ain't gonna hurt your feelings. It ain't gonna cost you. Smash that like. So according to Blue been saying this. He's saying that, yo, I was the first one to bring Tammy to the camp. Everybody can verify that. You know, she wasn't rocking no me. I mean, Big Meech he had chicks all over the place, which is understandable, which we could believe because them niggas was getting crazy money. Let's get to that part right there. I'll sit back and wait on that. Them niggas was getting boatloads of money. So I could believe Big Meech had females all over the goddamn place. So y'all can't sit back and think that, yo, maybe Big Meech and her was rocking, but maybe they did. Maybe he tapped it, but according to Bleu, Bleu saying like, yo, nigga, I never brought her around Big Meech and them, none of that shit. She only came around once in the Bleu type shit. Her and Big Meech linked up when he got locked up, which I don't know how the hell that happened. Like I said, maybe her and Big Meech had a little secret relationship on the streets without Bleu not knowing. We don't know about this. According to Bleu, he's saying that, nah, nigga, this is impossible. But Bleu, I'm gonna keep it real with you. Girls are sneaky as hell, bro. So it's a possibility Tammy probably snuck behind your back, was messing with Big Meech before all that, before y'all got, before the RICO came and all that shit on BMF. We don't know. You don't even know probably. But according to you saying that's impossible because you never broke around her, so they only linked up when he got locked up. But see, that's the slime ball shit right there. How the hell she link up with Big Meech while he was locked up? Now let's go back memory lane. Remember that she was running around with Cuffy. They was trying to get the BMF deal and all that. Remember, she heard Cuffy was running around before Cuffy got locked up. That's when people get it misunderstood and keep forgetting also. Cuffy didn't get locked up till 2013. That part, I sit back and wait. Go back a little bit. We're going to go back a little bit memory lane on Cuffy on the phone. Yeah, we're going to go back a little bit memory lane. But he got locked up in 2013. Before that, him and Tammy was running around trying to get that BMF deal before Tammy linked up with 50 Cent. Remember, Cuffy said he had something happen with his part of the BMF or some shit there. I said, I got to go back. Y'all got to go back and look at my old 50 Cent BMF videos and all that. It's still up. Go check that out. But him and Tammy was still running around. He get knocked off in 2013. The only person that know that they busting moves from the inside or the outside, according to Cuffy, is Tammy. Tammy's the middle person that's running around for Big Meech and Cuffy in the outside. Remember the cartel nigga too. Remember he was home too at the time. Tammy the whole time was an informant. People want to act like, oh, Big Meech ain't know. How the hell he didn't know? He had to know. He had to know. There's no way. There's no way in the world y'all gonna tell me that Big Meech didn't know this female was a whole informant. There's no way. Let's continue though, because like I said, we're gonna be here for a while. So smash that like button because there's no way you sitting in jail, right? And you giving your rights of your BMF and all that to go build the movie and all that, and you don't got one clue that this girl Tammy is a rat. When Bleu Davinci actually told you about her too?
The problem was this. Meech was high, bro.
Let's get to this part about Big Meech's business part. Now, his business wise. Remember, they said Big Meech wasn't really good as far as business. It's a lot of shit Big Meech was out here slipping doing, man.
The problem was this. Meech was high, bro, and he don't know how to make decisions. He ain't understand. He can't see in the future. None of the shit that it takes for you to be a real boss. The only qualification he really had, as far as I'm concerned, understanding how to move a bag. He should have been management for moving the bag, and somebody else should have been the head of the BMF to know what to do with the finances so our kids could have trust funds and, grow old off of. We was making money under BMF Entertainment, bro, that we could have been doing shit with the money. He would take the money, buy a Ferrari, go to the club, do all the shit instead of the legal money that we hundreds of thousands of dollars in legal money, bro. They ain't buying no buildings, no property, no nothing, bro. He didn't want to hear no idea. Man, I don't want to hear what no talking about. Fuck that. I know how to get money and doing what I'm doing. Fuck him. I don't want to be legal. And then by the time he finally tried to do it, he was already under investigation, and the feds was across the street watching the whole place get built. They watched our opening night at the Club Fuel. That's what was going on, bro. To me, bro, just horrible decision making.
I think I'm Big Meech.
Let's continue though.
And Meech last time talking was 2017, right? We on the phone like normal, regular conversation. And then my homeboy that was with me, he was like, Tone Bird, he from BMF too. Ask Big Homie, what's up with the movie with 50? Like, what's going on with him from New York? So I'm like, oh, yo, Meech, what's up with the movie, with the TV show? Like, where y'all at with that? He like, oh man, it's almost done. The contract almost done. It's almost done. We're going to be starting. They're going to be, starting to cast it or whatever, right? He was like, I just gotta wait to holler at Tammy before, you know what I'm saying, I know where we at with that. And Tammy is a government informant. So when he said that, I was like, Tammy, what you mean, Tammy? Like, you ain't heard what's going on with her? And they like, I heard something, but whatever it is, that ain't got to do with me. And he was like, man, I'm gonna hit you back. I'm like, all right, that's the last time I ever talked to him.
Y'all don't find nothing wrong with that. Now, I understand some people gonna say, nah, I'm a big Meech, he don't care, that's not her business. But why would you give your rights, your life rights and everything, and deal with a lady like that? And the rumors already out there. Niggas already told you. Remember when Cuffy said he told him, Cuffy said he sent that nigga a kite, nigga. First class letter to that nigga. Is we gonna sit here and forget about that? And he said, nigga, I sent that nigga first class letter to that nigga, and we made sure, me and my lawyers made sure he received that shit. And we never got a response back, meaning Cuffy. Telling him about Tammy and Cowins, about her situation, about her part in the three little situations they got caught up in with the cartel nigga and Cuffy. With Big Meech included also. Well, as far as the third party, Tammy was the main one. And you telling me he ain't had no clue about that shit, about Tammy Cowins? It's hard for me to believe that, man. It's hard for me to believe that, bro. Let's continue, though.
I got Cuffy right here, man, St. Louis legend. You know what I'm saying? And I know people heard me speak about Meech's paperwork situation with the last interview that we had, and a lot of people had a lot of stuff to say. They don't believe it, Blue's hating. You know what I'm saying? And when I went back and I looked at everything, I was like, you know what, bro? It's only right and only one way to really do it. You good? Only one way to really do it and just let dog speak for itself. So I wanted him to call in, and this is him calling in during the interview. Go ahead, Cuff, man. You can introduce yourself and take the flow.
Bleu, what's up, man?
Yes, sir.
Hey, you know, a lot of people, man, is thinking that this thing is made up, or this thing is fake, or that I have an axe to grind. You feel me?
Right.
But I'm in here with a 27-year sentence based on Demetrius Flannery, as you all know as Big Meech, and Tammy Cowins, known in the paperwork as CS1.
Right.
Confidential source 1. So what Big Meech did was call a third-party cooperation. So Tammy Cowins signed up to be a DEA informant to give Demetrius Flannery a time cut, plain and simple.
Right. So
Okay, so can you break down the story? Like, how do you know this? And how'd you come upon this information?
how do you know? How do you?
Peep this up.
We were rewarded what's called a Franks hearing. It's based on a case called U.S. versus Frank. So I would implore your listeners to look the case up. And what a Franks hearing entails is that you're able to cross-examine your accusers, meaning government agents, meaning informants, and so on and so forth, just like a regular trial. So this was testified in court.
Period. Point blank.
This was testified in court, that I became a government informant to give Demetrius Flannery a time cut.
That's what was said on the stand, bro. The lady became a government informant to give Demetrius Flannery a time cut. But I think people would ask a question of this, though. This is what I got hit with a lot is, all right, then if he did it to get a time cut, then how come he still did all that time in jail?
Well, what they don't understand is that he never received the time cut, because what came out was that she had an illicit sexual relationship with Special Agent Keith Cromer.
Special Agent Keith Cromer.
Handler. But her first DA handler was the guy, as you should know, Blue, who wrote the BMF indictment, Special Agent Jack Harvey.
Special Agent Jack Harvey is the person that locked us all up, who's also the person that locked up Terry White, which was her first case. Yeah,
That was her first case, Terry White. Shout out to the A down there in Georgia. People in Georgia know what I'm talking about. And A in Atlanta, they know what I'm talking about, Terry. They said that nigga was getting loads of money. That was her first case. Then she had a relationship with the DA. They had to fall back on that a couple of years later. Boom, now we got Meech home now. But Meech supposed to have been home a couple of years earlier. but she messed up the case because allegedly she had a relationship with Chrome or whatever, the guy Chrome or whatever. Like, this is a Harvey, whatever, you know what I mean? Like, then, but a couple years later, Big Meech come on. But I know some people gonna say, well, nah, he came home off of something else. We don't know. Maybe that was the favor. Oh, nah, you know, she messed it up. We got to sit there for a couple more years. He came home after that. This is nasty work, man. Like, listen, I'm only here to give y'all the what's going on here. Know what I mean? I'm a blogger, so I'm only giving y'all the topic of what's trending right now. Obviously, we got Bleu Davinci back on the chair now. He's speaking again about the situation. Question is, why nobody didn't believe him when he put it out there several years ago? Why nobody believed Cuffy when he put it out there a couple years ago? But see, when we get somebody like a 50 Cent that, you know, he's a superstar, that's 50, everybody want to start believing that. That's how this world works, though, man. It's funny like that. That's why Bleu Davinci said, yo, I'm not even mad. I've been told y'all about this several years ago. But if it took a nigga like 50 to, I mean, for him to do his research and him come out now, and now y'all want to believe, so be it. Now I'm just sitting back laughing. This according to Bleu. This is nasty work, man. This is nasty work. Because let me tell y'all something. For people thinking this shit is over with, y'all forgot we still got Tammy Cowins on All Tell Out, whatever that 50 supposed to be dropping. Documentary, something she's supposed to be giving us. Y'all forgot that shit coming soon? This shit ain't over. That shit just died down for a little bit because all this Diddy shit and all that shit going on. We still got Tammy to talk. Shit ain't over.
The agent testified that Demetrius Flannery was aware of the deal and that Demetrius had one request, and that his name does not appear in any documents. This was Special Agent Keith Cromer's testimony. CS1 testified, Tammy Cowins, that Demetrius Flannery was aware. She signed up to be a government informant to give Demetrius Flannery a time cut. She had the courtroom clear it out. If you go on Pacer, pull my docket sheet, you'll see where CS1 requested that the courtroom be closed.
Got you. Let me ask you a question, Cuffy. At any time during the initial stages of your indictment involving this whole Tammy Cowins thing, did you talk to Big Meech or did you send a message to Big Meech in any way to tell him or to alert him of what was going on?
We sent Big Meech certified mail. Big Meech set me up, and Tammy set me up with this thing in 2013. That's the last time I've heard from this nigga. We sent them correspondence through the attorneys. Asked him, is he aware that his name is in court sworn documents and sending me a truckload of cocaine? He never responded. We know he got the mail because we sent everything certified. I have not heard from this nigga of 32 years since they set me up in 2013.
So what in the fuck is all these? So right now, some of the most well-known members of BMF, like J-Bo, for example, J-Bo, he is strangely, suspiciously silent about all these facts that are coming out. I believe J-Bo is from St. Louis, isn't he?
He is.
Okay.
He is.
What's your relationship with him?
You know, I never knew J-Bo. He was cool with my little brother, Magic or Wani. He passed on the first BMF indictment. He passed in USP Atlanta from an asthma attack.
Got you.
So I never knew J-Bo. He was always one of the little homies. But that's a hell of a question, man. When he got home, I think around 2018, I personally told him what the nigga did to me.
Right.
And the exact words were, man, you sure, huh? You sure, big homie? I said, listen, man, I'm telling you the nigga bad news, homie. This is what I'm telling you, man. So the nigga pointed with me with these words with that, you know, I got to holler at the homie, man. He got to explain this shit. My words to him were, how can you explain this shit, homie? How can you explain this shit? So I never came out until 2018,
right,
until I got black and white. See, I never knew this nigga rolled.
I sit back and wait. The reason why, you know what's crazy? Before I get out of here. The reason why it's so shocked to a lot of people about this, and it's still shocking to a lot of people, even when, because this shit ain't over. Like, I'm going to continue saying, we still got Tammy Cowins coming out with the All Tell out. She's going to tell all of that, whatever you want to call it. She's coming out with a documentary with 50. So that shit hitting the screen, TV, whatever you want to call it. And then we don't even know what more else that's going to come out. We don't even know what more else after Tammy Cowins got it. We don't know what else. I mean, this shit ain't over is what I'm trying to explain. Then you got Cuffy that's still in prison, whatever he at. He's still going to still going to try to come out, do what he got to do on his case and all. And I mean, so you still got his voice, his mouth coming out speaking to the world about this case. It died down now. That shit gonna spark right back up once 50 get Tammy to talk again. You already got Bleu Davinci back on the chair now. Everybody was saying, yo, what Bleu at? Ever since Meech came home, he ain't been on doing no interviews. Now he back doing the interview with Can Capone. So it's kind of heating up again now that, as you see, we got Bleu Davinci back on the chair talking about this, saying like, yo, listen, I don't care. 50 can get all the credit. If it take a nigga like 50 to drop information out and people ain't want to believe me, so be it. But now you understand what the hell's going on here. Now he's back talking. Now Cuffy gonna probably come back talk again. Then we're gonna get Tammy talking again. This shit it's gonna revisit again. That's what's gonna happen. And everybody's waiting for Big Meech to explain what the hell everybody keep talking about this third party shit. Big Meech still didn't give us a good explanation about none of this shit. He ain't give us his side of the story. Only thing he gave us, he sat on that goddamn chair and said, death before dishonor. That's all he gave us. Y'all remember that shit. Yeah, you know, death before dishonor, this and that, and make sure y'all come to the party and all. Come on, that's all he gave us. I don't know, man. What y'all think, man? Y'all think Tammy gonna come out real soon with this all tell out story? The Diddy shit is distraction right now. You got Bleu Davinci. What you think about Bleu speaking about this? Why nobody didn't believe him when he dropped the paperwork? Man, everybody want to believe 50 when he dropped it? Did it take a superstar like 50 for everybody to believe? Obviously it did. And how y'all liking the new BMF last season? Because this is the last season of BMF too. Y'all ain't gonna see no more BMF TV shows, nigga. This shit is over, nigga. So how y'all liking the last season, to be honest, on that part? I haven't watched that shit yet, to be honest. That's crazy. It ain't got nothing to do with, oh, nah, you Team Fifth. It ain't got nothing to do with Team Fifth, nigga. I just ain't got time to be watching that shit. And I heard that shit. And I mean, I'm all right. But anyway, I'm waiting for the Tammy Cowins documentary to come out. That part. I want some spicy entertainment. We need the truth, nigga. And we need Big Meech to come out too, man. You had the whole world screaming BMF once upon a time, Chad. Everybody was screaming BMF. Everybody, Big Meech. I think I'm Big Meech. Everybody. We all was young at one time, man. Am I lying? I sit back and wait till all the YNs and all the niggas my age back then in the BMF days. Everybody thought they was on that BMF level, man. You still got people now, still got rap groups thinking they BMF. That part. What are we talking about? So we need your truth. We need you to talk. So you can stamp this shit and say all this shit is bogus. Till then, we gotta see though, y'all. So I don't know, man. Big Meech, man, come out, just speak, talk. I mean, give your opinion, man. Just give us something, bro. Pause, like, because when Tammy come out with this documentary and 50 got, and that shit gonna make so much money, so many views. Think about that. You need to come out and do something, man. Speak your truth, man. Do something, champ. I'm out of here, man. Till then, give me y'all smoke in the comment. Make sure y'all give me y'all theory. What y'all think about this, man? About to revisit again. I'm up out of here. Till then, man, it's your boy Smoke News TV, man. Salute, gang. If they know, they know. I'm out of here, man.